Happy sexy striptease Saturday. This is Dr. Resa, the sexy sexologist, and I am here saying hello on my YouTube. I hope that the light is okay. I just moved and I'm gonna buy a round light, but I am definitely bundled up more in my winter gear. Today I'm going to talk about what was I doing, what were you doing a year ago, November, right before Thanksgiving during COVID. I just drove in Halloween 2020 to Tulum, Mexico. Unexpected year, staying in Mexico instead of New York City. And, you know, I go from real isolation when I got to Tulum, Mexico to on Halloween night, everyone was making out and kissing and no mask. I was like, where am I? Am I in heaven? Am I in the real world? So it was really weird going from isolation, like we all were, going from isolation to now getting a vaccine and going out. So this happened to me last November. No vaccines, no real talk about vaccines, just going from isolation to a new part of town in Mexico. And what do you do when you were isolated and you go into this town and no one's wearing masks, even in your hotel, even the cleaning crew, the managers, the chefs, the cooks, no one was wearing a mask. Do I wear a mask? Do I stop? Yes, I was on the beaches. I was outside 90%, but it was a very difficult choice for me. Do I cancel my trip? Do I cancel and go somewhere else? I already dished out $4,000 for that month, you know, to stay on the beaches of Mexico. What to do? So I stayed, and I think that's what's really happening now. It's like, what to do? At least we have a vaccine to make us, you know, not as sick. Knock on wood, when I did get COVID exactly a year ago, I had a weird case, and I'll talk about that, but I was not in the hospital or anything. So I got to Mexico, you know, before COVID, stayed in Mexico a year and a half, but I got to Tulum Halloween, and the week later was the elections. Okay, so I wanted to be out there drinking because it was one of the toughest, weirdest elections in our whole entire livelihood. And I went out. I don't know if I got COVID by going out or I had a roommate and she went out. We don't know. It's really, I don't like the blame game. The blame game is tough. I get why we do it, but it's not fun. So I got COVID. I'm going to say I got it because where was I hiding? I was in Tulum, Mexico, and everyone was around not wearing masks, not thinking about COVID, and so it just kind of happened. So I got COVID, and the main reason how I realized I had COVID was I was going to go to a Thanksgiving dinner. I found a restaurant that was doing turkey and mashed potatoes, all of the stuff I like, and I could not smell. I could not taste. I was like, this is weird. I know that's a sign of COVID. I even took, not to be gross, but Romeo's poop after picking up his poop from walking him, and I couldn't even smell it. Even if you wanted to smell a gas leak, your smell and taste was gone. And randomly, mine was gone for 6 weeks. I couldn't smell until the new year. So I was like, what the fuck? But how I was knowing that I had COVID, I never got the test because I would have to go far away. It was not as easy as here to go get tested. But I felt weak. I felt weird. I had a weird headache. I had canker sores in my mouth. Some people will talk about that. It's like cold sores, canker sores that are tender in your mouth, like little sores. I got that. I lost my smell and taste. I felt weak. I couldn't get out of bed. It's just like you're just different. It's a different weird headache. So luckily it only lasted a few days, but the smell and taste lasted for 6 weeks. So during those 6 weeks, I rarely went out. I really ate healthy because I couldn't really taste anything anyway. I stopped drinking. I really just try to get back on my mojo. I will say, after I got better from the smell and taste, I still thought I had long-term lingering COVID. So like you hear long-term or keep on. Well, what I've realized is everyone's different, but for me, I feel like our bodies are a little bit less strong because I have a pretty good, strong immune system that I will think that I do. And my the moment I had a drink, I had a flu the next day. When I went walking or running or swimming, I felt out of breath. So there was some kind of lingering there. I would just like feel weak after I would do anything hardcore. And then I moved from Tulum to Akumal to Playa del Carmen, and then I was planning to come back to America in May to get my vaccine, and that's what I did. So I finally got to Playa del Carmen. I moved into this really cute condo, and right when I moved in, the next day, I had a massive headache, migraine, vertigo, dizziness, felt like I was gonna throw up, couldn't figure out what the fuck it was. And I thought maybe it was sometimes you could think it's the 5G or the power or living in like a small apartment or studio with the refrigerator in there, so the electricity currents. I couldn't figure it out. I'm not 100%, but when I left, I thought it was mold, black mold. Sometimes it's hidden in the bathrooms and the walls, but when I was really looking at it, it was on the like tiles of the bathrooms. During those 3 months living at the apartment in Playa del Carmen, I couldn't figure out. I couldn't work. My head was just, people who have headaches, wow. But I will say, I thought I had long COVID forever effects. Like I literally lost 20, 30 pounds because I was eating really clean and really healthy, no alcohol. I was going to acupuncture and massage and like oxygen, or like I was trying to figure out what was happening in my body, trying to get it healthy. The moment I left Mexico, the humidity, the ocean, the mold, I literally came back to America and my headache went away overnight. And so when I hear people having lingering effects, I feel like our body is affected by this COVID, and like lowering our immune system. There could be mold, there could be headaches even without, but I feel like that brought it up. So I want you to figure out if you have lingering effects by COVID or anything else, it could be in your fucking home. And what I bought at my new place, because I started getting a little bit of headaches here, is the heater will dry up the mold. And also I bought a dehumidifier, not a humidifier, a dehumidifier, and my headaches have gone away because it came back when I got to New York in this apartment. So it may not go away overnight, but you have to figure out what is in your home. It could be even a person who's giving you a headache. It could be the clothes you're wearing, the mold, the moist, all that. So I want you to stay healthy. And so that was my story about a year ago and what's happening now in my life. I could talk and talk and talk, but definitely subscribe, like, comment, share. I am on every platform you could think of, from TikTok to Twitter to Instagram to OnlyFans, Fan Centro, Patreon, Reddit, all of the above. So Google hashtag DRRESA, Dr. Resa, and have a sexy day and a good Thanksgiving, and stay healthy and sexy and authentic and real. Love you, sexy ones.